is what I got it here, man. I got. Oh, so we had Wakanda Forever. Everybody went and saw that for the most part. All the black
Yeah.
people, all the white people, everybody went and saw the
All the
joint.
Haitian people, because they knew
All
we
the
had like
Haitian people.
that much in the movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
so
Haiti
for
played the
all
big
my
one.
Zos,
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. All right, so like some of the conversation, how people got to analyze everything and make it, this and that, whatever. So there's one part in the movie, okay. All right, so it's not a big spoiler. If you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. You've seen it by now.
you'll be fine. He's not gonna spoil it that much for you.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it. But go ahead.
You gotta go see it. So we were talking earlier off of this. I was on XM and they were making a big deal about so that two-door Melange, the bald head, women fighters, and they're a couple. And it's like a quick like maybe 5 seconds kiss her on the hand.
5 seconds.
And she's like thanks my love or something. And it moves on. If you weren't looking hard, you wouldn't know what happened. But there are people, that were making a big fuss about it. You got your gay agenda people. Oh, they're pushing the gay agenda on us again. All that.
Didn't they banned it in China because of that?
Yeah, China banned it.
Wow.
So they're not gonna play it just because of that.
Wow.
But
China's
China's a little
5
funny
seconds
too,
out
though.
of a movie.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that was an issue. I don't know. Some people
That's
feel like
interesting.
so that goes into a whole nother conversation that we might hit up some other time about, is there an agenda? People say that sometimes. I don't know. For me, I was just enjoying the movie. It was a good movie.
Okay.
It was really good.
I heard it was 3 hours long.
2 hours and 41 minutes.
So I know a lot of people don't like a long movie, but to me, it was good. So it carries. If it's good, I didn't feel like I was in there that long. So it was, to me, it was good enough to where, I didn't feel like I was in there that long. If a movie's long and it's not that good, I will fall asleep in the theater. Now they got couches and even got the back massage now.
Did it parallel the original story, like the comic? Did it parallel that, or did it go off to? Because sometimes I feel like
So I'm a comic book head. Black Panther is one of my favorites. It stayed with as much as it changed. So Namor is different, of course, from the comics. So Namor is he's Hispanic. Okay. Yeah. So they didn't use the whole Atlantic arch. So Namor is different. It's dope though. I like it. It was cool.
Okay. Because I know that actor, he said even English is not his first language.
Yeah. And so it all worked out, man. It worked out. It was cool. Like, so the story kind of worked for me as far as that went. They paid homage to Chadwick Boseman. And I was an advocate for them recasting. I was like, recast it, but the story was cool. It worked. It worked. It wasn't perfect, but it was good though.
I think the thing, and I'm with Royal. I haven't seen it either. But I think for me, just from the outside, besides obviously I was like, oh, Haiti, whatever. The way they honor the original Black Panther, I think is wonderful. Like, it wasn't a tear it down. It wasn't like, let's forget it. It was like, look, this impact that was made before, we want to honor that impact.
Yeah.
And I think they've done that wonderfully. There has not been one actor that they've interviewed that hasn't been emotional about the fact that they didn't know that he was sick, and yet he still was strong for them. I be getting deep, drowning in my thoughts, but I just think that is such like his legacy is truly still there. So I think it was awesome. So, but that's all I want to add to it.
Yeah, it was emotional. I think just because they weren't just mourning Black Panther, but Chad Boseman.
Right.
Like, you think he's one of the best Black actors, like, of our generation. Like, he played everybody. He played James Brown. He played Jackie Robinson.
I love
he played Thurgood Marshall.
He sure did.
He did. That's what I said. His impact is like That's what I said. It's so, for me, honoring him was so much deeper than Black Panther.
Yeah, it was way deeper than Black
It
Panther.
was so much deep. Like even I forgot her name right now, and I apologize, but the actress that played his sister, the way she talked about when they picked her for the part, he was like, okay, y'all can stop auditioning people. This is my sister right here.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
Not, like things like that were like, it's so impactful, you know. So
So he had a huge impact on the culture, man. Like he was a big culture guy. So it was good to see him get a shout out and them honor him. So that was cool. I do hope they come back and kind of recast it somehow. And, because I do think you got to
maybe like try a different avenues. What you're saying?
Yeah, the comic, you can do all kind of stuff with the comics.
I know. Look how many times Spider-Man done came out.
Yeah,
my God.
People die, they come back, and people always come back in comics. So hopefully they can, and it'll be like my thing. It'll be like James Bond. You had Sean Connery. He was the first one. Any old head to tell you he's the best one.
Right.
Well, look at Batman. We have 11 Batmans. Let me think.
Right. So, and normally the best ones, normally everybody's favorite. Like they'll say Sean Connery's the best, but the franchise moved on, and it was okay. You just kind of, you just say who's your best one. Like for me, Batman, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's the best Batman, but hey,
the whole shape of his face is
he was a good Batman. And crazy thing about that, just kind of veering off, but they didn't want to play Batman. It was like a petition from like comic book heads when he got cast.
Because he was known as a comedian at first.
Yeah, he was known as a comedic actor, and it was like a big deal. They hated him being cast,
but he worked that part. Like there was no like the Batman. Michael Keaton and the comedy man, just two different people.
Right.
Two different people.
Right.
He ended up being one of the best ones. So maybe, they recast Black Panther down the road and, it'll be
it's still too fresh, really, Tyrone. It's still too fresh.
Yeah, it was too fresh. It was too fresh. I felt it, So they did a good job. So, yeah, man, you ain't seen it, like, y'all got to go check it out, man. Don't watch no bootleg. Don't be extra black and watch the bootleg.
I will not be a Negro if you
go ahead and buy that thing. I'm guilty too. Like I got a fire stick and I'm quick to I'm gonna hit that.
I will not. What's the word?
They got clear version. Be like, hold on.
What?
Clear version.
Boy, I could give you some stories about some looking for the clear version or something. So yeah, I guess.